Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown. This is Monday, November 8th. November 8th, 2021. I am your host, Bronco Bill. This is a recap of the AFC West week number 9. So let's get right into it, and we'll start off first and foremost with the amazing Bronco victory over the Dallas Cowboys. Denver 30, Dallas 16. Now, I did a video yesterday after the game, and if you want to go see that, just type in Broncos Breakdown and 11/07/2021, and it'll come right up. What a tremendous game. I mean, that was a defensive stand. It was a defensive statement, and I'm not going to elaborate too much on that because I did do the video yesterday. But I do want to emphasize the fact that the Broncos played an outstanding total team effort. Offense kind of struggled in the first drive on a 3-and-out, but then Teddy Bridgewater connected to Jerry Jeudy numerous times, to Tim Patrick numerous times. Tim Patrick is a magnet for that football. I mean, that guy just doesn't miss. He did have his first miss though, but it was an absolute strip from the defender, so it wasn't really his fault that he missed it. But Tim Patrick was outstanding. Jerry Jeudy was outstanding. Courtland Sutton made a tremendous catch on a very difficult pass that was low. Devontae Williams ran like nobody's business. That guy is insane. He took a handoff on his own 20-yard line and ran it to the 50 with guys just hanging all over him, just bouncing off of him like a pinball machine. That Devontae Williams is the real deal. And then he was complimented by Melvin Gordon, scored a touchdown. Tim Patrick scored a touchdown, an amazing catch and move. The Denver defense was absolutely lights out. Stopped the Cowboys on 4 fourth down tries. The first one was a run up the middle by Elliott on 4th and 1, and the Broncos stuffed him for a 1-yard loss. Then there was an incomplete pass, and then there was another incomplete pass, and then the fourth one was an interception by number 30. Name just escapes me. Sorry, guys. I know I said that before, and I thought for sure that I'd remember, but I didn't. Anyways, that was an absolute tremendous win by the Denver Broncos. Nobody, including myself, thought that Denver even had a chance in that game, with Dallas being the number 1 offensive team in the entire NFL. Well, it just goes to show you guys, when the Broncos play as a team, when everybody's on the same page, nobody's trying to be the standout, good things and great things can happen. And they did yesterday. Again, Denver 30, Dallas 16. Great win, guys. All right. Next game was the Raiders at the Giants. Now, the Raiders entering the game were 5-2, and the Giants were 2-6. But what blows me away about this game is the fact that the Giants had only won 2 games in the entire season so far. And then Raiders come in, and everybody expected the Raiders to just blow the doors off the Giants. Well, it didn't happen. Final score, Giants 23, Raiders 16. Wow. I mean, this was definitely upset weekend for sure. Absolutely upset weekend. And I'll get into that with 2 segments, or one new segment that I'm introducing, and then one that I haven't done in a while. But it definitely was upset weekend. That's no doubt. I mean, the Broncos beating the Cowboys in Dallas with the going against the number 1 offense. The Giants beating the Raiders. Yeah, I would say that those 2 right there are definitely upsets. All right, let's go to week 3. Let's go to the third game. Chargers at Eagles. Now, the Eagles put up a really good fight. In fact, they had the Chargers on the ropes. They just couldn't close the deal. And the Chargers won that game 27-24. Now, like I said before, the Eagles had a chance on that game, and they just didn't. They just didn't get it done, and so the Chargers go to 5-3, and the Eagles fall to 3-6. So it's getting to be a tight race in the AFC West, guys. It's getting to be a tight race, and I think it's going to come down to the wire because there is really no team in the AFC West that wants to run away with it. Everybody thought Kansas City would just get a steamroll through the season. That obviously isn't happening. The Raiders looked like they were unbeatable after week 1 when they beat Baltimore. That hasn't transpired. They've come down to earth. The Broncos started 3-0, but against 3 teams that were 0-9 to begin the first 3 weeks. Then they lost 4 in a row, and now they got a tremendous win yesterday. So it's a very, very tight race. And then, like I said, it looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Let's just hope that Denver's, part of that mix. All right, the 4th game of the AFC West featured the Packers at the Chiefs. Now, the Packers didn't have Aaron Rodgers. And the reason why they didn't have Aaron Rodgers is because he basically lied to the NFL. Sound familiar, guys? Remember when the Broncos, Drew Lock and company lied to the NFL and they couldn't play their game? And they had to have the backup Hinton to come in and play quarterback against the Saints last year? Well, Aaron Rodgers lied to the NFL as well. And he kind of lied about saying that he got vaccinated when he didn't. Now, I understand, guys, that's a choice. It should not be mandated. It should not be forced on a person to get the vaccine. I think that's totally wrong. Now, I understand that there's health issues and things of that nature. There's health issues with everything. There's health issues with the flu, with the cold, with pneumonia, with all kinds of things. But you don't mandate that you go out and get the flu shot in order to go to work. You don't mandate to get a cold shot or something to cure up your cold or to get a pneumonia shot or even a shingles shot. It's not mandated for you to go to work. So I'm totally against forcing someone to get vaccinated in order to go and do their job. But because he lied, he was removed from being able to play the game against the Chiefs. Result, Kansas City 13, Green Bay 7. Now, for Kansas City only to score 13 points at home, the Packer defense obviously played solid. But their quarterback is just, their backup quarterback, I believe his name is Jones. He just is not the guy. Obviously, he needs to have some work and he needs to have some playing time to possibly develop into being a good quarterback. But that just goes to show you how valuable a good, solid quarterback can be in order to win in this league. And without Aaron Rodgers, the Packers fall 13-7 to the Chiefs, and their record falls to 7-2. The Chiefs increase to 5-4. Now that means that the Raiders are 5-3, the Chargers are 5-3, the Broncos are 5-4, and the Chiefs are 5-4. That means one game, or a half a game actually, a half a game behind the Broncos and the Chiefs, or half a game behind the Raiders and Chargers. Reason for that is because the Raiders and Chargers have already had their bye. The Broncos and Chiefs have not. That's why the Broncos have played and the Chiefs have played 9 games, whereas the Raiders and the Chargers have only played 8. That's the reason, guys. All right, let's get to the predictions for next week. Now, the first game is the Eagles at the Broncos. Now, the Eagles, of course, lost to the Chargers 27-24. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. And Denver beat Dallas 30-16. Denver's at home, coming off a huge win. I just hope that this is not a letdown. That the Broncos don't go into this game thinking, oh man, we beat Dallas, we can beat anybody. Well, you can. Absolutely, you can beat anybody if you play like you did against Dallas. That's the only way this Bronco team is going to win games from here on out. That's the only way, guys. They have to play like they played against the Cowboys the rest of the season. No team, they can take no team lightly. Look what the Giants did to the Raiders. You can't take any team lightly. Now, did Dallas overlook Denver? I don't know. I don't know who Dallas plays next week. Doesn't matter to me. It's not my division. But I don't want the Broncos to just feel like they can show up on the field come Sunday and have the crowd behind them and just make it a cakewalk. It's not going to happen. You have to play every game at the highest level possible. So they can't have a letdown against the Eagles. Now, do I think that the Broncos will beat the Eagles? Absolutely. I really do believe the Broncos will beat the Eagles because they're at home, because they showed how they can play. So I've got Denver beating the Eagles at Denver, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Denver time. All right, let's go to the second game. Week number 10. Minnesota Vikings at the LA Chargers. Now the Vikings are 3-5. The Chargers are 5-3. Minnesota has struggled. They've been in every single game this year, and it's come down to the wire. Every single game that the Vikings have played this year has come down to the wire. So should their record be 3-5? Well, that's what it is. But in reality, a play here, a defensive move there, a special teams, whatever, they could easily be 5-3 or 6-2 or 7-1. Easily. But they're not. Does that mean they're a pushover for the Chargers? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that Minnesota has a chance to win this game. And another reason why I think they have a chance to win this game, the Chargers have a quote, home game in LA. But that's only on paper only, guys. That's only on paper only. Because the Chargers don't support, the fans don't support the team. Never have. Even when they're in San Diego. They never did. It was always a home game for the visiting team. And Minnesota fans travel. And they're going to make it loud. And they're going to be chanting the skull. And they're going to make it difficult for Herbert to function in his own stadium that doesn't support the team. So I got an upset here. I have an upset here. Vikings beating the Chargers. Because it's a Vikings home game, guys. And the Viking fans are going to show up and make it difficult. Is it a guarantee that Minnesota wins because their fans are there? No. But it is a help. And I have Minnesota in an upset over the Chargers. All right, let's go to the third game of the AFC West. Week 10. Kansas City Chiefs at Vegas Raiders. Now, this is going to be a slugfest. This is going to be an absolute smash mouth game. Raider fans can't stand the Chiefs. Chief fans can't stand the Raiders. It's going to be a slugfest. But which Kansas City team is going to show up? Which Vegas Raider team is going to show up? Is it going to be the Raiders who beat Baltimore in week 1 and just dominated? Not dominated in a final score because it went overtime, but I mean dominated as far as just, making it a very, very close game and a slugfest. Is that the Raider team we're going to see? Or is it going to be the Raider team that lost to the Giants? Is Kansas City going to be the team that just, beat the Packers, obviously, without Aaron Rodgers, but still, is it going to be that Chief team? Or is it going to be the Chiefs that seem to lose at home more than they've have in the past? I don't know which team's going to show up. But what I do know is that the Raiders are at home. And the Raiders fans are raucous. The Raider fans are loud. They support their team. And when the Chiefs come to Vegas, it's going to be exceptionally loud for the reasons I stated earlier. So I have the Raiders beating the Chiefs at home and therefore going to 5-4. I have the Chiefs falling to 5-5. I have the Chargers falling to 5-4. And I have the Broncos going to 6-4. Now, if the Broncos go to 6-4, the Chargers go to 5-4, the Chiefs go to 5-5, and the Raiders go to 6-3. That puts the Raiders in first, and Denver right behind them. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen, guys. That's what I want to happen, of course, but that's to be seen come next Sunday. Now, let's get into one that I haven't done in a while, a segment I haven't done in a while, and that's called the Jackass of the Week. Now, the Jackass of the Week involves a very, very sad situation. It involves a player by the name of Ruggs, formerly of the Las Vegas Raiders. And in case you don't know and haven't heard details or whatever, Ruggs, wide receiver for the Vegas Raiders, was traveling 156 miles an hour in a Nevada roadway, captured on a surveillance camera as a blur going by, slammed into and killing a young woman. I believe she was 26, 27, something in that nature, with her dog in the car, a golden retriever. She had just come back from walking her dog with a friend of hers and was on the way home when Ruggs, totally drunk out of his mind, with his girlfriend in the car, who was totally drunk also, decided that 156 miles per hour was legal and okay for them to do so. And they slam into this woman's car, not killing her instantly. No, that didn't happen. People heard her screams. They heard her screaming for her life. Good Samaritans ran over and tried to pull her out of the car, but she was stuck and pinned in the car. And then all of a sudden, the car burst into flames. And the Good Samaritans had to leave for their own safety. And she was basically burned alive. Yeah, thanks, Ruggs. Thanks a lot for being a total jackass. An absolute total jackass. I hope you absolutely rot in jail. I hope you rot in prison. I hope you pay for the rest of your life for this. You don't deserve to be in the NFL. You don't deserve to get the money that you got because you're stupid. You're an idiot. You're stupid. And you are a jackass. An innocent person is killed because you have no mental sense. No sense whatsoever to call a cab, call Uber, call a buddy, do whatever you have to do to not drive. But you are above the law. You are better than the law. No, you're not. And now you're going to pay. And I hope you pay dearly. What an absolute ass. That's all I can say. Ruggs, I hope you rot in prison. All right, now let's go to a news segment. This news segment is now going to be called a new division, or I should say, a non-division upset game. And a non-division upset game this past week has to be none other than the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars coming into the game were 1-6. Buffalo was 5-2. And Jacksonville holds Buffalo to 6 points and wins the game 9-6. Now, granted, I mean, Jacksonville didn't put up a ton of points, but you don't have to. All you have to do is win by 1. And they won by 3. So Jacksonville goes to 2-6. Buffalo falls to 5-3. And that absolutely, other than the Bronco game, but this is even bigger than the Bronco game as far as the non-division upset game. This, by far, is the biggest upset in this young season so far. It has to be. It absolutely has to be. I mean, to hold Buffalo to 6 points by a team that had only won 1 game prior to playing that game? Sure, the game was in Jacksonville. That doesn't mean a difference. Buffalo should have beat them easily. But they didn't. And like I said earlier, this was upset week for sure. But this by far was the biggest upset of week number 9. Congratulations, Jacksonville. It was a great, great win. And you are honored to be the non-division upset game of week number 9. I'll have another one in week number 10, which I'll do on Tuesday. The reason why I did this video on Monday is I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure I got this video done today. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy football weekend. Go Broncos. Let's beat the Eagles and continue this win streak. We'll talk to you on Monday next week after the game, Monday night game, or we'll talk to you on Tuesday. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.